What strategy design pattern means is that instead of creating a very huge if-else logic in a single class, so we want to divide the if-else logic in separate classes. So let me explain what I mean by coding. So let us create an interface called payment method. Payment method. If you don't understood what I just said, you should be able to understand once we code this. So I will create a method called void, and I want a class to implement this payment method. So basically the scenario is that we have many payment methods. So one can be credit card payment, one can be PayPal payment, one can be crypto payment. Now based on several conditions, we will run the logic for PayPal payment, crypto payment, or credit card payment. So instead of creating the if-else logic in a single class, what we're doing is that we're creating separate classes for executing the logic for credit card payment, PayPal payment, and crypto payment. So let us create a class which is responsible for credit card payment logic. So credit card payment and implements payment method. So this should implement payment method, and basically this should use the pay method. And let us just do console.log credit card payment. So ideally this should be the logic for credit card payment, but this time we are just doing a very basic console.log. Now similar to this, let us create two more classes for different payment methods. So one can be PayPal payment, and let us do PayPal payment. And also we need another class for crypto payment. So now I want to create a base class called payment class. So let us create a class called payment. So payment, and inside this class I will create a field. So that field should be private. So payment method. And this should be of the type payment method. So this field will store the object for any of this class. So we have a field. Now we will create a constructor. In that constructor I will accept the payment method. So I will accept one of the object of these classes. So this should be of the type payment method, and then we will store this in payment method equals to payment method. Now we want to set payment. So maybe once user can do using credit card, and then they might do with PayPal, so they might change the payment method. So we need to create a setter. So set payment, and we will take payment method, very similar to the constructor payment method, and this dot payment method equals to payment method. And now we will create a method called pay, and we will whatever the object user has passed, so this dot payment method, and we will execute pay method. So suppose user passed an object of PayPal payment, then it will run the method pay for PayPal payment. So whatever the object user passed, it will run payment for that respective object. So let us use this. And by the way, you might have already guessed why we used strategy pattern, because if we had not used strategy pattern, then we would have to do a very big if else logic, like if payment method is crypto payment, then execute some logic, if else, and it would be a very big if else logic. So rather than doing that, for each payment method we create a separate class, and then we invoke the method for that specific object. So let's see how to use this. So we will create a variable payment, and we will create a new payment object. So inside this payment I need to pass payment methods. So new, let's say I want to do credit card payment. After doing this, I can do payment.pay, and it will call the pay method for credit card payment. So it will call this method, and we should see credit card payment. So quickly in my package.json, let me do strategy.ts, and let us execute the start script. Clear npm runs start. So we can see credit card payment means the logic for credit card payment has been successfully implemented. And let's say I want to change the payment, so I can do payment dot set payment as I can pass new PayPal payment, and then if I again call payment dot pay, then it should implement the logic for PayPal payment. So you can see credit card payment for this, and then finally we have PayPal payment. I hope you understood strategy pattern.